All right, so a lot of you have asked me the question of how do I manage my custody schedule with my ex? And so I figured I would do a video to share that with you. And yes, I'm holding a selfie stick. Want to see? Woo! And yeah, I'm in yoga pants. The perks of working from home. So anyway, my custody schedule with Steve is pretty much like a lot of people's custody schedules when they share their child 50% of the time. Basically, we switch on Sunday mornings at around 9 a.m. and then we switch again on Wednesday nights. So basically I drop her off at school or Steve will, and then the other person picks her up in the afternoon. And then we switch again on Friday nights. So whoever basically dropped her off on Wednesday doesn't pick her up again until after school on Friday. So we do a 2-3, I think it works out to 2-3-2 kind of split, mostly because she's still really young and I don't think she would really enjoy a week away from either of us, to be honest. It also gives us both 3 days of responsibility during the week every second week, and then the other person a weekend every second week. So we get a weekend off every 2 weeks or every second week, and then we also get like that kind of school days off as well, which is kind of nice during the week. So that's what works for us. I know it doesn't work for everybody. It's kind of like one of those things you have to find what works for you and your partner and or your ex-partner. And also the child. Willow has a really tough time like being away from either of us. She starts to get a little bit like lonely, and I know she's surrounded by people, but like lonely for the other parent. So for us, it's just worked out really well. But again, it's one of those things that you just have to try it. That said, we also had 2 other types of custody schedules as well. This past summer, I took her down to Kingston, where I was living for the summer, and I put her in a summer camp down there. And so basically I had her Monday to Friday. I would drive back to Ottawa Friday night, drop her off, and then Steve would have her for the weekend, and then we would, switch on Sundays again. So that was really busy because I had her Monday to Friday and didn't have hardly any breaks. So that's how we kind of handled that piece. And then, ooh, hello. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, I'm gonna move right over here. And then the other schedule that we tried before is we had, actually, I think it was the same thing. Yeah, it was the same thing, but it was actually here where we live. So I just had her Monday to Friday. I handled the school week, and then Steve would have her on the weekends. That was really helpful when it was the summer, because in the summer, Steve's hours are a lot longer. They're like 14 to 16-hour days, whereas my schedule's a little more flexible because I get to work from home. So yeah, that's really it. The really super cool thing is that Steve and I get along really, really well, which means that we can like modify our schedules as we need to. It's just as simple as like texting each other and we're like, hey, I'm really swamped, or hey, can we switch out these 2 days? I've got an event, or I want to go away for the weekend, but it's my weekend. Can we switch weekends? Like things like that. So we keep it pretty flexible, and we're both really fortunate to have awesome partners in our lives who are willing to also help out where needed. And of course, I've got my family, and they're great too, and Steve's family is wonderful as well. So lots of love, lots of support, and we just like each other, so it's really, really easy to kind of make that work. But that's it. That's really it. That is the custody schedule. And if you have any questions, leave them below. Otherwise, I will say goodbye for now, and I'll see you later. Bye.